What's up, everybody? I be the one they call Goon. This podcast is not safe for work or children. You have been warned. As always with me, my homies.
Be your boy Ruckus.
It's your boy Beyond, Creep Squad, right back at it. Ain't nothing fucking changed but the dates on the calendar.
So I guess maybe we should explain to these fine folks why we're standing in front of a 52-inch at close right now.
Because that's what I was looking forward to.
Now, Ruckus, what's up with the painted TV, man? What are we doing here today?
What is it?
Homie, really good friend, D-Buck. His TV died the other day just like his marriage.
Ooh.
Now, unfortunately, I support his hate on the death of his marriage.
It's a just and righteous hate.
We know that, you know, the homie fucking D-Buck did not deserve what the bitch Chelsea did to him. So, we decided that when his TV died, he said, well, you know what? I want you guys to make it die just like my marriage. You will.
Focus on the whole today, but we focus on everything else.
Fuck that. Yo, I broke the bat, bro.
Creep Squad.
Creep Squad.
Fuck.
Alright, and with that, that's a good start to an episode. I think that's probably the best intro we've ever done.
I believe so.
The TV though, Matt. The TV though. I know, right?
Yo,
I know.
The TV, man.
The TV died.
Yo, the marriage is more important than the TV.
That's what the fuck happened.
And so that's where,
the
like,
message behind the TV.
That's
it's
right.
symbolic.
Fuck, you're right. That materialistic shit. If you were on your game, you would have got a new one for Christmas anyways. Fuck that TV, man.
It's symbolic. The TV was just symbolism anyway.
It was symbolism that, you know, when your ex-wife wants your TV really bad and it dies, you show her how bad that she can't have that TV. Because you
It
can't
goes to Creep Squad and we
always
just
get
destroy the fuck out of it.
what you want.
Let's
So
go
donate
the
your
bat,
TV
though.
if you want to see us
But
beat
hope
the
you
shit out of
broke
it.
the bat though.
No, screen tip, bro. Like, what the fuck, man? I was so excited and the first fucking swing, boom. I was like, really?
No!
Really? But that's how we do. That's some Creep Squad shit. Just be lucky that wasn't a skull, because like that would have been some lasagna shit.
Don't be fucking creeping up on us at the shows. That could have been you.
That could have been you. We'll put you in the dumpster.
Okay, well,
So,
yeah,
we've lost the lens.
yeah, I lost
That's
the lens.
okay.
I broke the
We
bat.
might find that.
Yeah.
Nobody really
Go
knows
off on
what
some
anyway.
penguin type
Those
shit,
are
you know, some
extra.
optical shit, like.
That's what we do, man. We get fucking crazy up in here. Who we got in? We got actually some comments here. Goon, you know some of these people better than I do. You should be on
Yeah,
this
Goon,
side.
you should be on the left-hand
I
side.
should, yeah, let me get on the left-hand side. It's kind of my normal spot. And what I'm going to do really quickly before I post up,
Shout out.
as always, shout out to the family and the sponsors. The sponsors, King Kong Concentrate,
Absolutely.
What up,
hooking us up with
Aye.
some quality extracts,
And
some
don't
high
climb tall
dose,
buildings or squat a heavy machine.
some high dose edibles.
But they have King Kong as their.
Check them out, kingkongconcentrates@gmail.com. Also, the Family Platinum Tattoo and Grills. They got a new location, so check them out at Baseline in Green Bank. Great deals, that's the family. Last but not least, Hoon. You know we love you, homie. Vaping, story, and smoke. You need some vaping or some smoking needs. You need a bomb, vaporizer,
I'll
e
come bring you your ticket soon.
torches and shit. Hit them up.
Goon, Ruckus. So to kind of start this first kind of episode with fan interaction, Trix is upset. He thinks we didn't put enough effort into smashing that TV.
Well, for the record,
Yeah, I get it, I knew it. Rage, Ruckus.
well, for the record,
You know what? TV.
For the record, Trix, and for anyone who noticed me back off after the
There
first
you go.
15 seconds, something you couldn't see on camera was the chunks of glass flying at me
Yeah.
from my boy Beyond's furious baseball swings towards this thing, so I had to get the fuck out of there for a minute. I had to get the fuck out of there for a minute.
98.
So I can let him do his thing, then come in and just kind of deliver the fucking,
Who knows? It could not be done yet.
Yo,
one of us might get angry throughout this and go right back at it.
Just-
He wanted to say something
It
later.
was the start of the episode. There's no blood, so let's just be thankful for that.
I was a little disappointed my homies didn't join me to Joe Pesci stomp though.
I know Pesci stomped.
Oh, okay, you did? No.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't see that. I thought all three was at the same time. Like,
I tried, but you know.
you're the T-ball champ, like you said though. You're the fucking.
I'm such a non-conformist, but I'm not going to conform with the rest of you. So
I will not conform.
No, not to that.
All right, so today we got some big news for you guys. Not just fashion, TVs, and symbolism, but also tonight, 12 o'clock, the first release from Creep Squad. We're going live with Nobody Knows. This is a track, the title says itself. Nobody Knows, Creep Squad.
Knows.
Check that shit out,
You're
12
about
o'clock
to.
tonight. We got a whole EP we're just sitting on right now. We're going to just start rolling out for you guys.
And
So
it's
sit
not only
back.
that. It's not only that. Like, cool, let's build this up here. Like, Nobody Knows. This is going to be the first song that officially is going to get released under Creep Squad. We put a lot of work into this EP. We just decided to grind,
We poured our heart and souls in this fucking thing.
Oh, and this is just the start, guys. Like, the podcast is just kind of the catch. The music's gonna come now. The shows are gonna come. We got lots of stuff planned up and in store and in line coming for the new year.
First show, January 12th, Bourbon Room.
11th.
Get at us for
11th.
tickets. 11th?
It's the 11th.
January the 11th.
The dab gun.
Okay, let's check this fucking poster because honestly, I keep thinking it's the 12th.
It's the 11th. It's
Is-
Thursday.
is
the
Yo,
11th.
it is January the 11th though. My man Ruckus has got us on this one.
High res, be there.
Opening for High Res. It's his first time here in
Creep
Ottawa.
Squad.
Let's show High Res some love. Let's fucking
We
support some
always
local
show
artists.
them love. If Creep Squad's in the building, it's nothing but love.
That's it. That's
Thank you.
it. Some headliners don't get love when they come here, but those are shows where we're not
Those are the
present.
ones that are not even
We
there.
couldn't do nothing. We couldn't do nothing for these guys, but.
I don't know. You know what I mean? And God forbid we ever get to that point where we go to different cities and do what we love to do.
I
But
heard-
honestly, if I have a show where people are opening for me, I guarantee that I will be in that building listening to those local acts because I know how fucking hard it is and how much time and energy and effort it goes into getting ready and preparing a set and putting yourself up there and taking that risk. And and plus, even a lot of promoters will say, well, the locals bring in the most money for a show. Well, that makes sense because we're the ones that people see every day. Like in our local scene.
Here, let's switch up real quick.
Oh yeah, my bad.
And that's where, I want to say too, because you hit on a good point. We are not the kind of locals who show up right before our set, do our set, and you see us bounce out right after. We are there we're there for sound check. We're there before the doors. We're there after our set. We're there after the headliners. We're not just there about ourselves. We're not just there in it to win it for us and only us. And we fucking support,
I'm
that's
probably
fucking-
pretty drunk by the headliners, but
Usually.
But for the most part, yeah.
And I won't lie, sometimes we dip out after the
20,
headline, or
11,
sometimes
that's
someone's
happened,
fucking
right?
tired or
11.
something, but
Yes.
mostly we stick around.
We're going wild that
Show some
night.
love. Show some love.
show some love. But yes, January 11th, right? That's the date.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
High Res, the Bourbon Room. If anybody has never been to the Bourbon Room before, right now, it's probably one of the hottest clubs to see a hip hop concert. The stage is really small, I guess I can say that. Small is a fair word to say.
Yeah.
It's very intimate. You get to really see your performer, and you guys know who this guy is. A lot of people are probably going, "Who's High Res?" I guarantee you know who he is. You've seen some of his videos.
I didn't think I knew who he was, but
Then I told you who it was.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Cryptic Wisdoms. When the Diamond Mine brought in Cryptic Wisdoms, everyone's like, "Who's Cryptic Wisdoms?" I
Yeah.
guarantee you know who he is.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, "No, I've never seen him." Just go search his name, and then boom. People are like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're opening for this guy?" Yes, I'm opening for this guy. And by the way, if Cryptic Wisdoms, if you see this girl, please keep doing what the fuck you're doing because your set, your show was crazy. Dude brought his own fucking lights. Dude brought his own DJ.
Yeah, I've seen
Super
Cryptic Wisdom
humble.
before. Shout out to Cryptic Wisdom
Oh,
for putting
man,
on
all
a good
day.
show every time he does a live show. Straight up.
Yo,
Straight up.
dude is mad talented, bro. Straight up. He sings, he raps.
Yo,
he
he has some really heartfelt shit out there too, man.
That's
I remember,
true,
But he's
he
got
has
a voice
some
for
really
that.
touching fucking songs.
Yeah.
You could find yourself in a fucking shitty place and listen to this guy's music, and you could still listen to it. It's not gonna be like some fucking you're feeling sad, and you got some guy angry in your ear. This guy's got every end of the spectrum. On his
Yeah, I mean, he's fucking dope. So we show mad. But basically, what I'm saying is Because like I see like what I said about like sticking around with performers and stuff. Like I see that in him, and like I just love that. Like he's gonna be like that for his whole fucking career. But like, again, there's gonna come a time like you can't like when you have shows that there's no headliners for anyways. Like it's different, but still.
By the way, guys, I want to say huge thanks to Beyond for helping us out. We finally have the comments thing set up. So if you're watching us live now, we got the comments live. We can actually, interact more with you guys now, not just in a retroactive sense after the episode, which is a good feel. And for people watching us in the future, jump on live Sundays between like 4 to 6 p.m. We go live and chop it up with us.
Ask us to do crazy shit. You can ask us questions because sometimes like we get high, man. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We all come up with we drift, so like help us out. Like throw us a question if you like man, like a question for the like I'm just throwing one out. Boys, do we know if there's going to be a coat check?
I don't even know.
I would imagine so.
I would imagine so. A suburban room, yeah. I would imagine there would be coat check.
You know what fucking sucked though? And like I'm kind of glad you brought this up because this does actually lead to like a very relevant issue. City by Night. I got love for City by Night, but man, coat check, then 5 minutes later just go out front and freeze for 15 minutes while we pat you down. I'm like, yo, you just forced us to coat check. You just forced us all to coat check. And all forced us outside. And like, man, motherfuckers are freezing.
Yeah, so they took our coats and they patted us down. Don't pat us down with our coats inside the club or tell us to go outside. Take our coats.
There's like 18 other things you could have done that would have made more sense in this situation. I'm just saying.
What wasn't done in one of those coats?
Honestly,
just saying.
all I'm saying is it was fucking dumb for the fact that if I would have had a knife or drugs in my jacket, they would have never found out. Because they were so fucking concerned about me giving my $6 to the coat check girl so they could get me outside and pat me down.
And then freaking they're even to the point where they're checking your fucking brim of your hat.
And you just took my jacket
check my
inside.
Santa hat.
You're never, And like I don't know if coat check girls are allowed to go through jackets. Like if they get a jacket smelling like weed, I don't know if they're allowed to kind of peek through. I don't know.
I doubt it.
But,
I doubt they do, man. Like I don't.
Because that's on some snitch level.
Yeah,
like,
that's next level shit.
Man, like, yo, if I find out some coat check bitch fucking like narked me out, like yo.
Right, no shit. It's on.
But what's funny too is they checked my Santa hat though. They patted it down. Then they took the Santa hat. Because they were checking all the hats, and I'm like, you want to see the hat? They checked the brim of my Santa hat as if I'm gonna smuggle like razor blades or a shake in my Santa hat. I got a prison ship with my fucking Santa hat, guys. Come on, man. Oh, fuck.
What's that?
We're doing that PK.
Oh, you got 20% left battery. You want me to lock this?
What?
You got 20% on your fucking battery left. You want me to lock this shit, motherfucker?
No, do we have another charger or no? Probably not, eh?
No. Unless, Ruckus has
run it until it dies, bro, after the podcast.
Run it until it dies.
Yeah, my phone jack's different than both of you.
Yeah, that's right. You do have your old, phone fucking...
Yeah, but mine's Android and you guys are Apple.
Yeah. Fair enough. I think
we're gonna cool down a little bit, though, or that's gonna be, a little bit too much. Oh, look at that sharp back close. Trick says we didn't do a good enough job on it. The thing split open like a fucking like a lipped open grilled cheese sandwich right now.
All right, you know what? Just
you gotta show them what it looks like.
Yeah, we're gonna take this over here for a second.
Like it looks like a split grilled cheese sandwich.
So
D-Buck, you can still see you on here. We all kind of took it easy on you.
6 months feedback to DL. None of us struck the name.
Bro, that's like a little bit of friendly fire.
Yeah,
that's the family.
None of us really touched you, but over here, who's that? Nobody knows. She's like, she just disappeared. You see how this thing spiders? Oh my god, it's weird.
There's almost more of the TV on the floor now than there is inside. Yeah, Tricks. I give us a little bit of credit. You gotta give us at least. We did beast mode at least a little bit.
Trophy.
I'm hitting the TV with the TV trick. You
know what's funny though?
That shit.
You know what that reminds me of is Did you guys know it was actually illegal for like some troops in certain wars to like keep war trophies and collect war trophies?
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
I always thought that was like some interesting shit because I mean like
Yeah, it's-
if you're in the theater of war and like it's your orders to like literally shoot some dude in the fucking face over some shit.
Why not?
Why can't I take his fucking helmet or his pin or something? Why
Because-
why is that so taboo
Because-
when you tell me like open his face up at long range?
It's not like you're keeping all the dude's ears.
No, but like
That's
Like the
fucked
fucking
up.
universal soldier
actually, you
shit.
know what I was gonna say. Actually, you know what? It would still benefit the person who like killed them. So I was gonna say like, if you can't take their shit because like you're bringing weight with you. Like, you know, if you take every helmet of every guy you ever killed, like man, you could have like 160 fucking helmets or even more.
Yeah, even if you get like a big sack.
Not a
of
million
pins,
helmets.
You got like 50 pins and it's like a big sack and just yeah.
But who's to say you can't take that, take it and melt it down and fucking, you know, just, you know.
This is my
Survival of
trophy.
the fittest,
I killed
exactly.
these 50 people.
I always thought it was
They're
one
in
of
a
those
break now.
odd rules of combat, you know, like.
Well, see, like I'm kind of the same way. Like I'm really into sports and like I love hockey. So like in hockey, you your first goal, you keep the puck. Your 50th goal, you keep the puck. So like I could see that.
Oh, really?
First kill, keep the fucking the helmet. 50th kill, keep the helmet.
Right.
And then, you know.
Well, look
So,
at
it would be dark and
look at fighter
twisted.
pilots. Fighter pilots would mark their planes for individual kills, right? Get those
Yeah.
long kill streaks going on. Like, I got 13 down,
For anyone
confirmed
who's
here.
Well, fuck.
actually on here
That's
right
not a
now.
war trophy, but why is that okay and not keeping a piece of a down tank or like fucking like soldier? You know, yeah.
True.
So does Goon do a hero dab or does he do a normal dab? First thing
Alright.
to come up.
We got 3 people live in here right now, so,
So
like,
there's 3 of you watching. Does Goon do a hero dab or does he do a little dab? 'Cause
Don't
we love,
be shy.
We love
Comment.
hitting him the hero dab
Like,
because he
comment,
dies and
share.
it's like it's
I'm-
more entertaining if he just does a normal dab. Come on, guys. I mean, obviously, I'm pushing you guys towards making him do a hero dab. 'cause-
I personally don't think it's that funny, but people seem to like it. So how about this, Ruckus? Give me a normal dab, so I'm not like waiting on people. But if,
No,
if,
someone
we
will
get
say
a-
it.
if someone says
Somebody's
hero
gonna say it.
dab,
Somebody's
I
gonna
would do
say
a
it.
hero dab.
If somebody says hero dab, you're gonna do a hero
That's
dab?
my word. That's my. For
right.
any episode, we have
So that's what you're saying.
X-Back on
Come
deck.
on, guys.
That's what we're
Hero
doing.
dab.
That's how we're gonna
Get
do
it.
this.
Every time someone
how we're gonna
comments
do this.
hero dab, you're gonna do a hero dab?
I can do that.
And you can choose who does it.
Yo, I hope King Kong's got a
Oh.
lot of fucking.
Yo, the sponsorship package might have
Yeah,
to
we can't be
increase.
saying this without our sponsors. Yeah, they're like, okay, hold
We
on.
just kind of boxed ourselves into a corner, King Kong. So like, if you don't, oh shit, what's this?
We think
Hero
we're-
dab?
Oh, hero dab.
Oh.
He said what's hero dab, but I think that counts though.
Yeah, that counts. That definitely counts. That counts.
Who said it?
Mom,
Ruckus
that's
did
right.
it.
Well,
It doesn't
Vivian,
matter who said it.
Guess what?
Goon's
You know
got
what a
it.
hero dab is? It's a really, really monster-sized dab,
It's-
which is going to put Goon on
Let
the
me-
floor for a
let me-
minute, and he's going to choke, and we're going to laugh at him.
It's like hitting 1,000 blunts at the same time. That's how I heard Cat Williams put. Like that's when he was trying to explain to a crowd of like 1,000 people.
That's a hero dab.
what doing? Oh fuck my life!
That's like a week's worth of fucking blunts right there.
Oh, I'm not
Hero
gonna
dab.
be. Apparently, I'm not gonna be functional for like 12 hours.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Good luck, Goon.
Cool.
We love you, bro.
Cool.
You just got hero dab.
Fucking bucket.
Now, we know that you didn't mean to sign his death warrant because you asked what it was. You didn't actually say he had to do it.
Oh
Now
shit
the thing is
though.
that he has to do it because we didn't say that you have to tell him to do it. We just said if you say hero dab and you said
Hey,
hero
Goon.
dab.
Did you shout out our other sponsors? I don't think you did.
Oh yeah, he did.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
Did Platinum and Dave? Okay,
Yeah.
dope.
I'm pretty pro
Second
tier on
shout
that
out.
shit.
I'm so looking forward to see how you're
Oh.
gonna handle that.
Oh boy.
He's not
I'm
gonna
gonna have
handle it.
fucking PTSD flashbacks and Nom though.
Of
We're
Nom.
good. We're good.
Oh
this is
man,
what we
this is
do.
always fun.
This is how we do.
Yeah.
I love torturing people with dabs. Just
Yeah,
so
Cat
everybody
Williams.
knows, I love torturing people with dabs. You like dabs? You want to fucking come visit the show? And you want to get tortured with dabs?
Don't
Fucking hit us up.
don't get Ruckus going. Then he's gonna be mid shows. I was like, I want to do a dab. Cut the music. Cut the music. I want to do a dab. Get the fuck up on stage right now.
Doing dabs during like
We
my
got a
verse and
virgin.
your hook or something. Yeah.
Yo, imagine it. Oh man, we should start doing that. Fuck that. Like, you know,
Yeah.
bring someone up on stage, do a dab right in the club. Like,
Well, I told you what King Kong Concentrates offered, right?
what's that? I don't need it.
The banner.
The banner.
Yeah, he has a banner.
Yo, I'm
Big,
down.
big banner. It's this.
And like, how big is it? Like, big enough?
It's big.
Holy
Big.
shit, boy.
It's
Did
like
you
60
see that
tall.
cloud?
I'm down.
Big.
I'm down.
We can hang that. We can hang it behind us.
You
Oh,
doing good, buddy?
light went off and Goon down. It's not even empty yet. Keep going.
What are you doing? You fucking late asshole. Quit touching it. I'll fix it.
Ruckus is not an iPhone person. You can so tell.
Get out of there.
Oh, so you've done the Graham Dab challenge. and
Yeah,
only
she's like,
got
I've
to
done
a
the
point four.
grand. She's like,
Huh?
I've done the Gram Dab challenge and only got through 0.4. I have a hard time believing Gram Dab exists. Although they exist. They exist. But only
like,
the most
oh my God.
degenerate fucking people can take them. Like
I can't do it. I can't do
No,
it.
no.
I do dabs every day, like religiously, and I cannot do that shit.
But they exist. You trust you fucking need.
Uh,
I feel like Chip probably would have something to say about a dab too. Like I'm pretty sure he. What happened?
you just dropped a loogie on the TV.
Hold me down.
He's dying. I'm sorry.
Technical difficulties. Go back in a minute.
So we'd like to welcome everybody to Ruckus and Dion, the portion of the Creep Squad podcast.
This is the part where after Goon is done, we get to just hang out and like.
Okay, well actually, like, I'll take advantage of it for a minute. So Ruckus,
Yeah.
you're back in the fucking studio, bud.
Yes.
How long has it been? Tell me about it.
Long time. You know, I gave it a try a while back, and it's been about 6 years now.
Yeah.
And I never thought I'd do it again. To be honest, I gave up, which I'm ashamed to say, but I did. And that was basically because I was one of those people that everybody kind of just doubted me and would tell me like, you'll never make it.
Fuck
You'll
haters.
never make it.
Yeah.
Fuck
You'll
those
never
people.
make it. And so I believed them at first. And then you know what? More recently, like I started looking at like how the game has changed and like who's in the game now. I'm like, that completely flipped me a couple of years ago. I was like, you know what? No, I gotta fucking do this. Like how the fuck do people like that get up on a stage and like walk away? Like I don't necessarily want to name drop, but like.
Yeah, we know everybody. There's
Right, like-
yeah, I know. Dollar store mask buyers.
Right, dollar store mask buyers and weird face paint, fucking wonky
Okay.
fucking buckle wearing weirdos.
No, we get the picture, but like.
But
Yeah, so like man, like honestly, I've seen a lot of people get into the studio for the first time, hit the mic for the first time, and honestly, like you look like a fucking vet just putting the skates back on, man. It was really cool. What do you think about working with Jay White?
I love it. This guy's got the ear for
Right?
sound. I mean,
Right?
it's like he's just everything's natural to him. It's weird. He can going from like someone that makes you sound like you're at the bottom of a well to someone that can make you sound like a fucking superstar. And even if
And
you're
it's
not,
so effortless for him.
Like,
you know? And what do you
it's just
think?
like, bang.
Likewise, what do you think? What is it like working with Jay White?
Working with Jay White is like, I would classify him as like a doctor, man. Like the way he doctors shit up, and yeah, it seems like effortlessly to him, you know. Just it's pretty amazing. It's great working with him. It's a great feel because now we have like a formula down, and we've actually recorded like a fucking full EP with this guy. He knows us. We know him. He knows how we work. We know how we do things best. Now it's just, man, it just feels like, you know, it just comes together nicely as it should. It was all meant to happen.
That's how I'm feeling, man. That's how I feel. I knew it was like.
That dad killed me.
And it's kind of funny too, right? Because like we were talking about it, like I met you at the Mad Child show. That was your first show. I think like in my numbers, I think it was in my
That'll be a year ago
fourth
in
or
like
fifth or some
10
shit.
days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like it's just funny how like we met at the Mad Child show, and then like a year later we got our own group now.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? And it just blows my mind how like you know, like I didn't even know you. Like, you know, and then just met you at this one show, and like we shared so many fucking the same kind of ideas on how music and how hip hop, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Like honestly, nobody knows what's fucking coming in 2019, boys.
See, it's funny you say that because a year ago,
we're not that old yet.
a year ago, nobody knew who Goon was showing up on the scene, right? And so, like, I remember that first show, and like, none of the other locals actually like reached out to me. And I reached out to a few of them and they were cool and we chopped it up or whatever. But you were that one dude who was actually like, yo, what's up? You're opening tonight? And like, you actually kind of reached out to me. We could, like, out of all the artists I've met in this city, you know, you were the most like approachable to me. You know what I mean? You actually fucking reached out and like fucking showed some love and like,
Thanks,
man,
man.
when I was like, 7 years you've been doing this, man. I've only been doing this like 2, you know. And
fucking
finally got my
long time,
first
man.
show. I'm like so stoked on my first show, and then like fucking looking to you for advice and shit. So yeah, we've done a lot in a year. A lot's fucking happened in a year, bro. I already opened for Matt again.
Yeah.
Fucking, you've done a bunch
Yeah.
of shows. I'm on like my 8th or 9th show now. I've already lost count. Shit, like fucking.
Oh, and another thing too. The last show that that I did, the Liddy show. We'll get into those in a minute. But first of all, thanks to everybody who came out. And we're sorry because collectively we're gonna make a little bit of a confession. We kind of leaked one of our songs at the Liddy show. But if you weren't there and you didn't get a ticket, that's your fault. But again, midnight tonight.
That was something we planned last minute. So that was
Yeah,
something we were like thinking about doing that for weeks and like, oh, we're gonna leak it. No, it was like last minute. It was like, yo,
Should we leak this?
So
like, you want to do it during your set? Did you want to do it? Like, all right, sure.
Absolutely, man. You know, and it's funny too because like someone came up to me at the show and I don't know who they were. I don't know their name, but they're like, I really like the fact that you brought people to the show. And I was like, yo, honestly, that means a lot. Like, I don't really go out of my way, but I just kind of feel like, first of all, if I do a song with you and I dig the song, I want to perform it with you. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to go up there and have your part play or like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, man, like, I don't really care. Like, I'd rather share the love than just sit there and look like a fucking, like, you know, like hoggy. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's, so there's people on the other side of the fence that my 15 minutes or my 20 minutes or my minutes, but at the same time, like, if you actually watch the pros, man, like, it's a party, man. I don't give no fuck. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
like,
it's business. It's
yeah.
business, but they're making their business fun, man. Like, if you watch, like, the best shows, man, it might start off with one person, but by the end of it, there's, like, 20 people.
Yeah.
And, like, the guys are not even singing their songs anymore. All their boys are. They're just popping bottles and doing the movements and shit, you know? So,
it turns into a party more or less, and that's
and for me as an artist, like, it's more memorable because, like, you know, when I go home the next day and I listen to that song and it's still that fucking same song that was on my fucking phone the day before the show, but then I listen to it and I'm like, man, when I performed that with him at that night at that show, and like he missed that part, but he just decided to jump in the fucking crowd, and we're like, okay, but like, let's, you know what I mean? Like, it's memories, like, you know what I mean?
memories like that are golden. That's I think like the reason I'm basically doing what I'm doing is because moments like that.
At that show, I didn't. You know what? Our homie Ty said something to me that I still don't understand. Okay, what did he mean by like? You sound like someone who should be punching people in the face with the microphone. I'm sorry, homie. I don't mean to laugh at it, but
I'm pretty sure it was a compliment.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I know it was a compliment
Coming from gloves,
but
definitely a compliment.
What does he mean? Does he actually mean I should be punching people in the face with the mic? Because I don't know if I want to do that.
I want you to do that. I want you to do that. Hi, I'm Ruckus. Ruckus. It's like, Ruckus, you're supposed to be performing. No, my set is gonna be this all fucking night.
Yo, I've seen videos of like Ill Bill and Slain who like, man, if someone's like flipping them off or like mouthing off in the crowd, what do you just start fucking slapping them up right on the? I don't know what he meant by it.
You gotta know.
You just do you, homie.
Yeah.
Whatever you feel is right, man. You know.
Ty, I'm gonna start punching people in the face with the mic. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Just gonna be like, bam!
Ty. Every time you hit someone, it's gonna. That's what we do. We'll call
I'm like, I did that for you, home.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it the Ty Gloves move.
Yeah. So that was the Liddy show. Like for me, like, I don't know. Everything was kind of last minute for me. A couple weird kind of shit happened. Obviously, like you said, performing our song. I don't want to say which one it was, but like, I guess it really doesn't matter. But anyways, it was kind of last minute set, kind of thrown together, but it was an okay party. I mean, everybody showed up. Like, I got really drunk really fast.
I even got like half drunk that night too.
I
don't get drunk often.
Oh man, I was double fisting that night, bro. I had a
I see you.
I had a Corona. Oh man, fuck. Oh man, it was bad. But that's what happens with Chip, man. Like, cause like Chip is the master of finesse, and I love that kid, and I'll love that kid forever because that guy, I swear to God, he could walk onto a Maserati fucking parking lot and walk out of there with a brand new whip, everything all done, registered, and it probably wouldn't even be in his name. Like, you know, he probably would have made up. He probably would have walked in and signed it under Mickey Mouse, and they would have let him leave. Like, he's so sick with it. Like, he's like, he drops beers. I'm like, where'd you get this? Don't worry about it. Like, he was like, what? I know you have no money because you were just asking me like 10 minutes ago buy $10 for beer. Like, you know? And then don't worry about it. Like, here's a drink. Oh man, he's the best. I love that. I mean, even with everything, like clothes, like, you know, because he's the one who's actually taught me, like, yo, there's prices and then there's prices. Like, you know what I mean? Your shirt says $100. How much do you want for it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is that you're gonna keep this on your shelf for like fucking like a year for $100, or you're just gonna give it to me for fucking 60? You're gonna argue with me for $40? Like, you know what I mean? Because like, and it's just, you think about it, like, you fucker, man, and it works for him, like, you know. But
wow,
no, he's fucking good, bro. He's fucking good. Like,
he knows how to talk, and it's that simple principle of just act like you're supposed to be there too. Like, if you think you're gonna sell it, you'll fucking sell it. You know, that's just, you gotta go in with that hustle, with that mindset of like, okay, this will work, you know?
Honestly,
like,
real talk. Real talk. So Chip is the guy who taught me that you can actually go out with no money and have a wild night. Right? You know what I mean? And it's so true when he explained it to me, because he's like, when you have no money, it's just like you feel so more pleasure when you get a drink or someone buys you a drink, you know what I mean? So it's just like, and so like, therefore you, like, anyways, you turn up more, you still have a good time, it's still possible, like, you know. But on the flip side, like if he's balling that day, like, oh shit, like, he's still, like, he just gives right back, bro. It's so fucking funny. But so anyways, the whole point of me going on that little rant was just to say I got drunk that night because I was chilling with Chip and fucking North and Creep Squad, and like the whole city was there, the whole industry was there. So we had to put it down. And then the next night, funny story, I was supposed to come with you to your hip hop show. So why don't you tell them what happened with that?
Yo, that was a crazy night though. Like, you are talking about strange occurrences and shit, bro. You are talking about strange shit, bro. I put on the strange music ski mask, I put on the Santa hat.
As you
Creep
should.
Squad, we got some toys together for kids and shit. I go to this guy's door, I'm knocking on this guy's door, and I'm like, I don't want to knock like a fucking narc. I don't want to like fucking go hard, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to do it here.
which is apparently what we're supposed to do,
But
now we know.
I'm thinking like, you know,
Sorry, babe.
maybe dude's got like a migraine headache or something, you know, whatever. So like, I just knocked twice, normal. Dude, Beyond's not coming, alright. It's all good. I got my boy Ruckus with me. I got Tricks with me. We go, we hold it down. We got some toys for kids. The toy drive went good. I wasn't there for the eggnog chugging contest, but my set, holy fuck. I've never gotten a laugh like that before, boys.
I wish
I'm used to motherfuckers like, you know, I'm used
Everybody
to
fell out of chairs.
getting a
Put it
good
that way.
feel from like motherfuckers nodding their head and like they're, you know, like singing along to my shit or whatever. Yo, that night though was crazy. I did the little shooter boy, my cover of the little drummer boy. Everyone's rolling on the floor laughing.
Brian
The
got
12
told no
nights of
fagos. No fucking fago for Brian. No fago for Brian.
No fuego for Brian.
12 nights of corrupt Christmas. I only got to night 8. By night 8, the fucking crowd was losing it laughing. And when I dropped the 8th night and what it was, oh fuck, they just all shock and awe. Everyone's losing their shit. And then I reverted back to like, okay, now we got some presents. Now we got some Fago for the adults. We did the presents for kids thing. Now we got some Fago and some free albums. I gave free copies of the Goon project to people, my first EP. And yeah, I did some straight Goon shit. We fucking held it down.
Not since Goon's crazy dab. See, I'm
This
already...
guy-
Bro, I'm done, eh? Like, you don't understand. Like, you guys are asking me questions and stuff. I'm like, I'm over here like, man, these guys really asking me questions after watching me do that fucking
Yeah, man, it's
thing.
the best
Oh
time.
my god.
Trying to get some self
But you're doing good.
Yeah.
Trying to function here,
Talk
man.
to us, Goon. Tell us.
Talk to us.
Like, let us know how it's good.
But
you have
no.
a show coming up, Goon?
No fago for Brian.
Oh, yeah.
No fuego for Brian. Like, that's yo. Every time now, I guarantee whether this guy's in the building or not, that's just gonna be our fucking thing.
No fago for Brian.
No fuego for Brian.
And then I turn around and DJ Live is looking at me like, what the fuck?
So you're welcome to 444. I can't even fucking talk. This dab's got me going now. But I was gonna say, like, you know,
I need
fuego
to-
for everybody, but no fuego for Brian. You
Yeah,
know?
Brian, don't get fago.
Yo, by the end of the night though, There was fucking Fago, like next to the ones and twos, there was like 3 Fagos
Oh,
in the
yeah, there was
bar.
Fago.
The guy performing had a Fago in his hand. Shout out to Ricochet. Who else was there that night? Monopoly Man.
So physical.
So physical.
Man, I forget his name, and I feel like an asshole
sorry,
saying
bro.
it, man. But like, I guess he was there with So Physical and
Well,
Ricochet.
see,
He had a
that's
set too. He's on some horrorcore shit. I really like his set.
No, keep it going. Yeah,
He has the ability to make a crowd mosh and shit.
Yeah.
What?
I forget his name. He rolls with So Physical and Ricochet though.
You guess he's able to what?
This guy, like, he makes people mosh at his sets and shit. Like, he made people mosh at the Necro concert. And, like, this one dude that was in the front, like, was so fucking mad because beers got dumped all over him. Like, turns out that it was a bunch of my homeboys that were in this fucking group of people moshing. So, that's why he didn't do anything, because I know these guys and they,
Well, man, like, as bad as it sounds, I feel like people our age actually know what a mosh pit is. Maybe,
Yeah.
well, even maybe a little bit earlier, too, with punk, because that's kind of where it started, if you ask me. Like punk people, if you ever watch a punk dude, like, move through a crowd, it's like magic. It's like they just sink. And the next thing you know, they're right up front.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
and
like
you
you
look at their
just know.
elbows, they're all bloodied and shit.
Yeah.
Like, like, okay, so you work to get there.
And that's people who know. Like, they go into that shit knowing, right? And you can just tell if you're one of those guys in that crowd who knows. As they approach it, it's the walk, it's that body language, right?
Yeah.
Same thing for hip-hop shows, too, right? Like, you see some people come in and they don't know what they're doing, and the crowd doesn't know because they're all fucking awkward. So then they just, like, hit the crowd and they're like, oh, fuck. How the fuck do I get to the bar? How do I get to the washroom? And they don't know, but like, man, if
But
you're
that
just...
dude shouted you out big time that night.
Yo, that was funny too. Like, everybody shouted me out that night. That was like every artist was like, yo, Goon with that funny shit. Fago. Oh, that was some goofy shit, you know? And I'm like,
that night. Especially
One
this
night I'm
dude.
not there.
This dude was rapping with the moon mist in his fucking left hand and the mic in the right the whole time, and then like in the middle of his set, he's like, "Shout out to Goon for the moon mist." It's like, fuck that's good shit, and he's fucking drinking it, right? And it's just like we're all just standing there like, yeah.
My booking agent, bro, is taking Instagram stories with the moon mist and the ugly green Christmas sweater and shit. Shout out to Brandon, fucking my homie. Yo, it was a fun night,
It was
man.
a good touch.
I've never gotten a laugh before, you know what I mean? So it was a weird feel to me, but it was great to have the whole club like laughing their ass off and shit.
So I think it's safe to say that you pretty much lay claim to it, like the Christmas show, you know, for Ottawa. Like, you know, and like, you were the first one to be like, fuck it, I'm taking all those songs that everybody knows, but I'm doing it Goon style. And like now you have like literally now you have 360 some days to keep going, pick other songs. Like there's so many. Like, you didn't do Deck the Halls.
No.
Like you didn't do Jingle
I'm saying I
Bells.
want to do like 2 more. I want to do 2 more, but this is where like next November I'm gonna write 2 fucking more. I'm gonna record these bitches, and then it's gonna be like Uncle Ebenezer Krampus Goon's Corrupt Christmas EP.
Hey.
Like 4 to 6 tracks of just corrupted Christmas shit that I will perform again
Where there's
next
2
year.
ghouly goblin
For
winter
sure.
hating fucking Christmas fucking nasty
Elves.
Yeah.
We still have
Ruckus
the elf hats.
and beyond.
All fucking
We were
Creep
in-
Squad out,
Me and
fucking
Tricks wore
elves.
the elf hats that
And
night.
Tricks, can't forget
man.
Tricks.
Oh man, the elf hats, bro, they were perfect. Okay, they were perfect. He found the perfect elf hats for this shit. No, they weren't like little green Santa hats. They were like red and green with bells and shit. Like they were elf hats.
Yeah,
bro.
no.
And like Tricks pulled off the elf too. Like he wore the elf, and then like it just worked. Like we were up there just dying. Like every time we turned and look at each other in these elf hats, we just fucking break out laughing. And then like him also up there for this fucking 12 days of corrupt Christmas. So it's just fucking worse. We're dying up
Ski
there.
mask and Santa
I'm
hat.
handing people Fago and I'm laughing. You know, like it's.
I had a fucking Lakota jersey, ski mask, and Santa hat. Just corrupting Christmas. I want to see someone do .4 and not puke. I could do that.
.4 and not puke.
I could do that.
All you need to say is hero.
You know what though? I would waste like half of it. I'm gonna be honest. I would waste like half of that just doing it, and I don't like. I
think
like
we
watching
puke.
guys
I
on
puke.
YouTube. Like this is something we've talked about
waste.
before in the podcast.
It's a waste.
I hate watching guys on YouTube say, "I'm gonna do a half-gram dab," and then they're doing this. And you see like half of this
Oh, you gotta
fucking
hold it
dab,
back in.
half of this fucking dab is going out in the air before the guy even inhales the other half, you know? So
You don't have a Mr. Blue.
I'm like, there is no Mr. Blue in Reservoir Dogs. I was gonna
Yes,
say
there
the other
is.
night, like you're fucked up.
the fuck are you
Who
talking
the fuck's
about?
Mr. Blue? What are you guys talking about? Is Mr. Orange? Mr. Orange is like the guy who cuts off the ear.
Mr. Orange is the narc.
Yeah, he's the narc. Fucking.
Mr. Pink is the guy who doesn't believe he's a narc.
Mr. Brown's the dude who cuts off the ear.
What?
Yeah, that's the dude who cuts
Oh
off
yeah,
the ear.
you're right.
Yeah, because that's hard
No,
to kind of
Mr.
tell.
Brown. No, Mr. Brown is Quentin Tarantino because he's like, I don't want to be Mr. Brown. It sounds like Mr. Shit, and then he dies in the car. Like, you know?
Shit?
Yeah, there is a Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue's the guy who cuts his ear off, where he's like, can you hear me?
Yo, I gotta
Can you hear me?
I gotta look this shit up or some shit.
And
I've
that's
seen
what
this
I want.
movie like 6 fucking times, but I don't know if there's like this one character. So like,
Whatever, I'll go with Mr. Mr. Blonde. Whatever.
you might want to wipe that shit too.
Or wait, no, maybe that's Mr. Blonde. But I don't know, I gotta watch the movie again.
You might want to wipe it out before you dump a shot in it, though.
Yeah, it's been sitting down here.
By the way, y'all,
Fuck, we
this
have
is the Creep Squad bottle of Kraken that just hangs out for the podcast. Anybody who comes over during the podcast, we welcome you to this bottle.
Fucking good enough, man. It's alcohol, so we're gonna sterilize the shit anyway as soon as it hits the fucking glass.
And then it's gonna sterilize you once you drink it.
Y'all cracking? Bro.
That's why I'll do a
From
point
the
2
East
dab.
Coast, bro.
I'll do a point 2 dab and not
So
waste
that's
any.
that's like your cough medicine.
Yeah. My mom will tell you that. Oh, your tooth hurts? Here, take a shot
Have
of
a
this.
shot of it.
That's the screech.
That's like what happened with this.
47%.
Eh? I fucking burnt my hand all this shit when I was 13. My dad didn't bring me to the hospital. 3rd-degree burns? No, didn't see a hospital.
Cream on it.
Oh no, you put Zincofax and fucking wraps and shit, and then he fed me tequila.
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 Goddamn.
I matched my old man at 13 years old. I matched my old man shot for shot until the bottle was gone.
Well, fuck, you got 3rd-degree burns on your hands.
Yeah. I'd go hard too.
And then I walked to the washroom. I puked. I felt nothing. I went to sleep.
And then I guess next morning you had a big ass blister on your hand.
I woke up the next morning. I'm like stuck to my pillow. I'm like,
That's the worst.
oh, bro, it was so bad, man. It was
Girls,
like.
our chat is lit over here, not to cut you off, buddy, but I'm just like looking. You see the effect that it has?
King
bro?
Kong concentrates.
Oh yeah?
We love the shit too. We love them too.
Yo, they
Who
fuck
says
us
they
up
love King Kong
nicely.
concentrate?
That's the family. Here, you know what? I'll put this here so you guys can read the shits too.
Yeah, Ruckus, take
There we
it.
go.
Yes. So
Look
you
at us.
had yourself some King Kong concentrate.
Look at us all
Absolutely.
professional now. It feels good. We can actually have a conversation with you guys now live, rather than just reply to shit after we finish.
Have you
the
seen what
episode.
their new shit looks like? I gotta show you this.
Ruckus, this is why Ruckus. You need to get Facebook on your phone.
This
This is a new thing we need now. You phone Facebook.
is the new Shatter packages. Actually, these are the dab packagings, and
I have not tried their Rice Krispies. Have you
that.
tried their Rice
They're
Krispies?
dope. They're
oh
dope.
yeah, I've had numerous Rice Krispies. I remember before they were even packaged.
Well, let's get
Check
some
the
on
gussets
show.
on these
Let's try
bags.
some.
Don't touch my phone, Ruckus.
They made the gussets on the bags
Right,
look
right.
like fine fucking weed.
Beat that shit out of you.
That's a dab package. It's fucking awesome. You know what? This guy is always one step ahead. Just so you know, I know the guy personally. He's one step ahead. I bet you anything, he's already got something else planned out. The
Probably.
guy is ridiculous. I call him the mad scientist.
Bro, like, in the time that, like, in the short time that I've known you so far, Ruckus, man, like, every time you show me something from these guys, it's always like,
It's always some new.
it's
next
like a
level
year's
shit.
worth of thinking, and,
Yeah.
like, you know, that just
Yeah.
comes in a week. You're like,
Yeah.
what?
When
Like,
I think of King Kong, like when I hear about all these ideas, and shit, I think of a guy who just like sits there, gets high with like some really crazy elaborate dab rig, and just like
get some best ideas.
he's
in
just
the
like,
world.
oh yes, boom, write this down, you know, like at least once an hour or something. This guy's just like working on some next level shit for us, the weed connoisseurs, which is dope, and we have mad love.
Dung.
and
Now,
respect.
dung was
Great.
like one of. Now, have you ever had dung? Dung? No? Yes, no?
The brownie.
If you haven't or have, either way, there's a story behind it. And what it is that King Kong is like rolling through the jungle, and he rolls upon this giant weed plantation, and he eats the entire thing, devours it, and then dung is the remnants. That's what remains at the end. He
See,
shat out that weed plantation.
This is what I'm saying. Like, he actually sat there and thought of a backstory just to
Yes.
print on the back of an edible brownie.
Yes.
Like,
There's
you want
a
to know where this
backstory,
comes
like-
from? Like,
Yeah.
What I really appreciate about 300 milligrams of extract in one brownie. Like, yo, if you eat a full one of those things, it'll have you saying some ridiculous shit, laughing about it to yourself and shit. Like, these things are next level, heavy dose medibles. And yeah, they take away a lot of pain too. Like I
Well,
just fucking
I remember-
arthritis fucking shit going on.
Well, we had one on the last time I was here. Well, I had half of one, I think it was.
Yeah.
Or-
It was a dung. That was the first.
That was
batch
the
of
first
dung.
batch, yeah.
And then-
It was pretty good. Like,
And then it changed, and then there was peanuts in it, and
I haven't
corn nuts
tried
at the
those.
bottom of the
I haven't
bag
tried
and
those.
shit.
But you've been
So
talking
it was
about those.
unbelievable.
because like I
Talk about that.
that's the one thing I remember from the last podcast. The first time I was here, it was like I was talking to you, and then I just
Yeah.
look over, and he's supposed to split this brownie up, right? So I'm expecting him as I'm talking to Ruckus, he's gonna chop this little brownie into like neat little pieces so we can all share. I look over, he's all tucked away, like eating out the bar, really just kind of looking over. It's like this guy. Like, but again, King Kong, they hook us up, so it wasn't that bad of a day.
Oh man, the dungs are great though. The new
We
ones are
gotta
great.
try
We
those. We gotta try those next time I'm here.
Maybe
Maybe I'll
next
come
time
back
you're on
next
the
week
podcast.
too. Yeah, fuck, why not? Like, I need to be on here more anyways, so you know.
So we're gonna start off the new year, right?
I guess maybe like like when we don't have a guest or guests can't like meet the sometimes when things can't work out the way, I'll just kind of come in and I'll be that third guy. But you guys work well together too, like you know what I mean? Like it's a podcast. Like you could probably do a whole podcast by yourself one day if you wanted to, right?
That's
You
it.
look a little weird talking.
It
to
almost
me.
happened once. It almost happened once.
Call Goon.
Yeah.
I am here with another Creep Squad podcast, all by my lonely.
Not safe for
Not
work
safe
or
for
kids.
work or kids.
As always with me. Oh, never mind.
I'm joking. I'm Goon. Show it to your kids. No.
Yeah. Show this to your children. Show it to them.
Oh, let them see. Let them
Yeah.
see the corrupt days.
Corrupting Christmas, corrupting New Year's. It's gonna be a good New Year though.
Yo, I'm excited for the new year, boys. I'm excited to see what we can do with this Creep Squad, where it's gonna go, how we're gonna get it there, like, you know. So, we've been putting in a lot of work, man. Like, you know, one thing that, that I can't stress enough for the people that are, like, watching, like, you know, we're literally just putting our toes in the water. Like, you know, we're trying a lot of stuff. We got a lot of big ideas. And it's crazy how it's manifesting and things are working out the way we said we wanted it to, you know. Yeah, so you guys are gonna see this everywhere. The Creep Squad thing, this is gonna be something that like it's synonymous with Ottawa, not even with Ottawa hip hop. Like when you hear Ottawa, like you know, you're gonna think Creep Squad. Straight up, that's the way I feel, that's the way I see it, and like you know, it's not a disrespect thing, man. Like it's because like you know we're a family here, you know. Like if you fucks with us, there's a big chance that we fucks with you, and we would do the same thing for you. But like you know, with Creep Squad, we're a family. We all three of us share like pretty much the exact same views on how music should be dealt with, run, and done. So that's why we work well together, and that's why we're a team. And together, everybody achieves more, right, boys?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And things are happening faster than we even thought they would. We already have our first show lined up. We're already talking about more shows in the future. It's gonna happen. We already know this. We're gonna be shooting for the first visuals soon, so expect the first visuals sooner than later from Creep Squad, as well as the first track release tonight. 12 o'clock.
Tonight!
Starting off the new year right. Nobody knows.
With the perfect song.
Nobody fucking knows.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows Creep Squad. And like I'm excited to perform this live. Like for real.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, like and that's another thing too, guys, like with this first EP, we just wanted to have fun, right? Like, you know, we wanted to go in there and just have some fun, no rules. Like we're right now at our point in our careers, we're our own boss. Like, you know what I mean? So we run the show right now until we get a label that wants to pay us an extreme amount of money, and if so, like contact information. But anyways, no. But like you know, so like we get to make our own rules. We went in there, we had fun, and what we did, it's almost scary. It's almost like it was planned to be like that. Like every song is connected. We have a good formula going, like Goon said, and it takes a long time for that shit to happen. Like you know, especially with 3 people, and like you even see it in Jay's face between the first day that we went there and the last time we walked out. He was like, man, like you know. But like I'm excited to do it, and like the whole point of me saying this is the fact that I just want to say like all these songs, for me and I guess for them too, like we really wanted to write them for a live show. Like, you know what I mean? We really wanted to have fun with the music so that we can have fun on stage and have everybody else have a good time with us. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's what it's really about. Like, you know.
And something that translates into a good fucking, like, on record
experience.
too, you know, yeah.
Like,
Whether you enjoy it live or you bring home a copy of the EP and listen to it, like you've got your headphones on, maybe you're doing some writing yourself or like, fucking whatever you do.
well, because I can.
Graffiti, corruption, you know, whatever you do, fucking put us in your fucking earphones, fucking
Yeah.
check us out.
And you.
And, sorry, just really quickly, Chris, do you mean Chris Duval? Because he is definitely some family. He would definitely, like, be considered Creep Squad by me.
Absolutely.
And, Justin, how do you get Creep Squad gear? If you go to our Facebook page and click on Shop Now, it'll bring you to Redbubble where we have t-shirts, fucking mugs, we got iPhone cases, we got bags. We got, like, these are dope-ass fucking drawstring bags that have a hidden pocket inside of them. Really fucking high-quality stuff on there. And we're going to expand more on that soon with hats and stuff. But right now, Redbubble, go to the Facebook page. Click Shop Now. Don't mind me, I'm dabbed out as fuck.
Or-
Can I have round 3, Ruckus?
Yeah, you can have that.
Or Justin, if you live in Ottawa and you want to try and bypass all that, come to our show.
That's
Come
it.
to our show, you just might get lucky and catch a stray t-shirt or something. Just saying.
And we're definitely gonna have some goodies for the crowd too.
Oh, absolutely.
Stickers and
Absolutely.
shit's gonna be dope. show.
Y'all ain't going home empty-handed, okay? That's one thing that I told these guys when we started this group is we gotta start giving back. Obviously, like I said, we're not where we would like to be in the forums. Like, you know, obviously we can't buy you guys a new house. But when you come to our show and you actually pay for that ticket, like, I want you guys to feel that you're getting more than just a fucking ticket to go to this show and watch these guys perform. Like, you know, you're gonna get something you can take home with you, put on your fridge and show your kid. Well, no, you can't show your kids. My bad. But
the point is, I think what you're trying to say is, even though if it's only something that's worth a few bucks, you get something back from the show that you have to remember the show by.
Exactly.
Slap it on your bong, slap it on your dab rig, slap it on your laptop, whatever you feel it looks good on.
And
Creep Squad, Grammy Town.
Exactly. And we'll love that, like, you know what I mean? Just, like, you know, showing support, like man, like, yo, I rocked all shit, like, you know what I mean? This was my Christmas present, but still, like, I rocked this shit, like, you know what I mean?
If you support some local underground artists like Creep Squad, you have our support, basically.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm hearing, and I definitely feel that.
Yeah. So here we go. Goon's gonna try and do it again.
It's okay, I didn't torture him
Yeah,
this
he's got a
time.
good one this time. Yo, he almost, yeah, he looks
That was a weak
disappointed.
dab. No
I guess after you do it,
flashbacks.
Okay, I see how it is. You give him a huge dab.
I'm
and
an
then
ungrateful
you're the
little
devil.
shit
And
now.
you give him like a small dab, and
This is like earlier in the
Either
kids,
way,
I
I
like
hate
these.
it, right?
You can't win.
I can't
You
win.
can't win with
I
Goon.
can't win with you.
You can't win with
Man, I
Goon.
can give you the biggest dab, I can give you the smallest dab, I can give you
A
freaking...
medium dab?
I can give you the perfect dab. It wouldn't be the perfect dab for you.
Yeah, you know what Ruckus, like.
I'd be like, oh, that's the perfect dab. No, not good enough.
What did he say in our group chat yesterday? Fucking made me laugh when we were like basically just doing that via text. He's like, oh, well, I see the fucking talk shit about Goon. It's not
I see the talk shit about Goon chat's going real good, boys. Fucking bullshit.
Shit, I died. I laughed so hard. Oh.
Yeah, I actually laughed as I entered that shit in all caps. Enter.
I almost felt like changing the name, like talk shit about Goon.
Yeah, talk shit about good.
Change the chat name.
Yeah, then like Goon switch talk shit about Beyond. I'm like, oh fuck, today's my day.
Start changing nicknames. Goon becomes shit-faced.
And yeah, that's how you know you've made Creep Squad. If you get into our personal like Facebook chat, you in the Creep Squad, pretty much.
Speaking of that, we gotta add tricks to that shit.
Yeah,
and Chris
yeah,
Duval, if he's down.
Yeah, because like honestly, we do a lot of brainstorming, guys. Like, you know, we're trying to build a team. Like, you know, any successful actor or artist, they have like a good team behind them, and that's pretty much like how this all started, right? So we need, you know, we brainstorm ideas, come up with concepts, what we should do, what we think is a good idea, what's not, like, you know. So yeah, we definitely.
Yeah, we're not just throwing shit at the wall here. We're definitely not just
Oh no,
throwing shit at the wall.
we're not pissing in the dark. We got the lights on in our fucking, you know, so.
Like solo, independently, we've all been doing this for a fucking long time now, and as a group, we've come together and oh, what the fuck happened there? Okay, but yeah, no, like fucking,
Yeah, no.
We've all been doing this for a long time. Although we just got together as a group fucking recently, we've all been like grinding away, fucking doing our thing.
It's hard work, right? Like you can't like don't take it off. Like you just kind of go to the studio and it just comes out. Like you know what I mean? Like something like you know, this shit takes time.
Dedicated hours
There's
to
shit
making
like
music.
well, like let's look at the song there that we're going to be releasing. Like nobody knows. Like I don't want to give too much away, but I don't have a lot on that song, but I wrote a lot to it. It took me quite a while to actually write that full 16. It took these guys like 10, maybe a day, not even like a couple nights.
I got through it pretty quick. I tinkered with it after, but I got through it pretty quick. I think it was like a day.
And I just remember you're like, oh, this beat speaks to me. And I was like, yeah, I like it too. But then, like, I don't know, like for me, like sometimes, man, like maybe I overthink it too much, but like I had a hard time writing to it. Like it was one of those verses for me. Like it literally took me like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? To sit there and like some days, like you know when I say I'm gonna write, like sometimes I'll open up a verse and I'll just work on some things. Sometimes I'll just write one line and I can't think of anything. Close the book. Next day, write the second line. Close the book. And then other days I'll write a whole fucking verse. Boom, 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 boom. No problem. Like you know?
Right.
Like with our other song there with Lucid Nightmare, I wrote that in no time. No time.
You know what? I think that one took me 2 days because I went through it. I didn't like it. I redid it, and then I showed everyone what I did. And then it was like before we recorded it, I changed shit again. I changed shit again because I was like, oh man, like it doesn't sound right. So I changed shit again and I made it sound right this time. So that's why it came out the way it did that time, and it wasn't what I sent everyone when I wrote it. It didn't. I couldn't make it sound right.
Well, if you ask me, and again, we don't want to give too much away. Like releasing the titles are not too bad an idea. We're releasing our first song off the EP tonight, but if you ask me, bro, you murdered that on that shit, and like you know, and that's another thing too. Like we're our own bosses. I can't stress that enough. Like our best material, like as bad as it sounds, it will probably come from this time because like we're doing what we want to do.
Yeah.
Like you know, we don't
have the artistic freedom to do whatever the fuck we want. Right
Nobody's
now.
telling us how to write.
No one's gonna tell me to not rap about fucking punching someone in the throat. No one's gonna tell me to not rap about Joe Pesci stomping someone here, and that's why I love the fucking family we're building.
That's what it is.
And I think on that note, we should fucking tell these motherfuckers one more time.
Creep Squad.
Check us out tonight. 12 o'clock we'll be dropping that shit going live. Nobody knows.
Facebook.
Next week,
YouTube,
another episode of the podcast.
SoundCloud. I'm gonna throw it on Steam It. We'll see what happens there.
Stay frosty for now, motherfuckers.